Yeah, Uncle Mama didn't tell me you was coming. I'd have had you hooked.
Hey Instagram, it's Tay. Thank you for coming back to another Where They At Wednesday. I'm Tay, once again, if you don't know. Miss Tay's Good Hair Day, Tomorrow's Mobile Notary. Hey Hoise. And founder of Go Go Glam Mobile Beauty Supply. Today, we are going to be talking with two men, two Bay Area natives, about their business. And a lot of you may take interest in this. I get a lot. Thank you. Girl, I'll be trying not to look terrible. A lot of you may take interest in this because it was kind of a big deal when California legalized cannabis products. And yeah. It's still a big deal. There's a lot of places where it's still not legalized. So these gentlemen, they have a Bay Area Black-owned dispensary, and we're going to learn more about their business and what they have to offer. If you're new to Where They At Wednesday, this is the time I take out to share with you guys and to chat with some business owners and entrepreneurs in my network, people that I've met along the way, friends, even relatives that have their companies. So this is what we're going to talk about today. Today we have Marshaun and Yemi, the owners of Conscious Mindz, mobile dispensary in Bay Area, and we'll learn more about their business. And I'm really excited for us to get to know a little more about that. All right, and it looks like Conscious Mindz is online. We are in this thing. Hi, Tarian. My brother's on there. Say hi to my brother. Do. Go ahead and tap in. I hope we're not having technical difficulties this time again. Also, while you guys are here, go ahead and follow Conscious Mindz. It sounds just like it's spelled just like it sounds, but with a Z on the mind at the end on Instagram, and check out their website. And we'll get into that as well. And also follow all of these people that I have here on Where They At Wednesday. Stay connected, stay tapped in, so that you know what's what and where to find these companies and these businesses and where to get their goods and services.
There we go.
Here we go.
All right. You see, I think.
It. Hey, Yemi.
Hello. How you doing?
Hi, Marshaun. Nice to meet you. I'm Tay. You don't know me, Marshaun, but I'm Tay. Y'all sideways.
Are we sideways?
Uh-huh. Don't be coming at me sideways.
My bad. Look, I'm trying to set this thing up right. Why is this thing sideways?
You're
Can I
still
twist it
sideways.
on? I guess
you're totally still sideways.
Let me see. It doesn't work that way. There we go. Oh, nope. Still sideways. And it's better like this, right?
There we go. Now you're right side up. Fantastic.
Oh, goodness. Sorry about this technical difficulty. I am not an IG person at all.
It's all right.
You know, the Zoom.
Everybody been zooming. Well, Instagram is here.
Instagram is here. Yep. I know. Sorry about this. Good God. I'm trying to find where to stand up, right? I got this little mini stand thing for the phone. And I just broke it. But okay. We're going to make it work.
How y'all doing out here? Just lean it up against something.
I know. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm leaning up against something right now. We're going to make it work.
I have mine propped up on paper plates.
I'm about to put it on my laptop real quick. There we go.
Okay.
That's better.
You're still sideways, but that don't even matter.
Sideways? What? Okay.
Yeah, don't even trip. We good. There we go. Hey, gentlemen.
How are we doing?
Good. We're good. We are fan-flippin-tastic. Thank you guys for joining me on Where They At Wednesday. If you're not familiar yourselves, this is the time I take out to just chop it up with entrepreneurs and business owners here in my network. And Yemi, you and I met about a year ago. So I'm happy to be able to have you guys here. One of the biggest reasons why I do Where They At Wednesday is because one of the differences between big companies and little companies is people know where to find the big companies. We need to know where our businesses are, where our companies are, where to get our goods and services from each other. So I'm happy to be able to share you guys with the interweb.
Appreciate you very much with the love and everything, and appreciate you actually setting up some good referrals our way. I appreciate that a lot, and that's
I actually just sent 2 more.
I like to do, and actually I'm due for a shave and stuff, but we'll talk.
Well, let me know because I'm working still. Appointments are available.
Okay.
Appointments are available. So let's go ahead and have you guys just introduce yourselves individually, and then we can get into talking about, your journey as entrepreneurs in this business, in this industry, and how to get what you got.
All right. Let me start off.
Hello, internet world. My name is Marshaun. I'm the CEO of Conscious Minds. We are a black cannabis delivery, distribution, manufacturing located out of Oakland, California, serving the entire Bay Area from San Jose to Sacramento.
Yes.
And so one of our purposes of Conscious Minds is community uplifting. So being Conscious Minds, we are starting an organization called the BCA, the Black Cannabis Alliance, which puts all people throughout the industry. And it's kind of like a network of business where everybody comes together and puts their information down. So if anybody needs help, then they know exactly where to go to, instead of having to scour through different posts throughout the internet. You feel me? To find out who's a black business, we're trying to put everybody together. So that's a little bit about Conscious Minds. Like I said, Morehouse College graduate from Oakland, California, just serving the whole Bay Area.
Yes.
So to add to that, I'm Yemi, and I went to Clark Atlanta University from Oakland also. And basically, as far as being in business and this cannabis business, this is something of like a long thing that we've been trying to get into, and now that it is legal, and we want to definitely put our foot into it, have a good foundation as far as being African Americans out here, and to make sure that we actually have a good stronghold of control into this business and this industry, which is going to be soon enough, will be federally soon. So everybody who's trying to get into it, if you can't find a way into it, like as far as like on retail level, distribution, manufacturing, or even cultivating, you can always invest. There's plenty of the kind of investment opportunity in this industry. And we want to voice out that, like, for all those that missed out on the Apples, the Googles, the Microsoft when it first came out, this is it. And I'm telling you, there's so much things that's going to be in the pipeline that's actually coming out from us, from Conscious Minds, in cannabis and all the kind of different products that we are going to put out. And people will soon will know that cannabis is not just about weed. Okay, people need to let. So it's not about the weed, the bud, or the flower, okay? Now it's more expanding into just about almost every area you could almost think of. So with that, it's a good thing that, for us to definitely get into in our community, and to make sure that we're able to uplift our community too with it, and have something stronghold for ourselves.
Yes. So there are 2 things that stood out big time on what you just said, Yemi. Number one, I remember when cannabis was first becoming legal here in California, and the struggle with that. And I remember hearing some people that I knew that were already involving themselves in the business in a different way. They were having a hard time figuring out how to get in the legal cannabis game. Was that difficult for you all to navigate, or what were some of the obstacles that you experienced tapping in on the legal market?
One obstacle is definitely that, like, you're not gonna. That's why we're trying to start this organization, because there's not too many people that's gonna be out there to help you. Period.
Right.
You know, good way to start is that I would say is looking through the government side of it, as far as the state, or looking to all the government, the state regulations. You know, out of that, know that, then you can able to move to the next step. At least we know like what are the rules.
Right.
Which is that's a lot of rules. And each part of it have its own different type of rules and stuff. Top of that, you got to look into what is the policies and regulations in your city and your county, to know what's maybe if you want to go into retail, what zone are you available to find, to start looking for a location if that's where you want, because each city is a little different, so you have to look into that to see before you move forward, and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of lead work, networking, and this is why we want to put something together that would help somebody that's in looking towards it.
Right. You also mentioned, and this is something that some of us that are into natural health and herbs and roots and things like that, and giving our bodies what they need, think about a lot. You mentioned that it's not just about the bud or just about the flower. Cannabis is much bigger than that. Can you talk about fighting the stigmas attached to cannabis and what you offer that continues to fight the stigma?
Okay, now we offer plenty of different products that, and like for example, we have lotion. Some people didn't know that there's cannabis lotion, so it's not that you need to like, oh, I need to have the bud and stuff. If you wanted to use the lotion, and there are different types of too. If you just want something that's a THC lotion, or if you want some medicinal parts, as far as like with CBD, that will that's really good for you, because cannabis by itself, the whole plant is break it down into all kinds of areas to where the science now into it is getting better, to where like the researchers are looking into where like each part of cannabis can be used for some type of like a health benefit for all. So like this is where I say like the industry is growing huge, and when you put into that part as far as the health benefits, which allows a lot of more people, a lot more a spectrum of people to get into it, and also for use.
We have a question here. It says, do they make it harder for Blacks in the cannabis business or to get into the cannabis business? Have you experienced that it's tougher just for us to get in particular?
So what I would say with that is it's preparation, meaning it's timing and preparation, right? So one of the things that you have to do is be prepared, right? So it's a couple of different things. You have to have finances. You have to have kind of a team, or at least other individuals who want to work with you. You have to have connections. Being that we're from Oakland, so we know a couple of people out here, right? So that makes it a little, so it's kind of who do you know and what's your relationship with people. It's not any government assistance, and it's not any really city assistance. There was a Green Go program that helped. It helped us out, so I would look into them. They're with the city of Oakland, but it's not like a lot of people helping. So that's why we're trying to start up this alliance, so that we could be one of the people that provide a little bit of help and assistance to people. But it is kind of difficult, and people do act like it's competition. And the competition will have people not help you or open the door. So,
Got it.
Got to just fit a knock, and you just got to knock down doors, knock down walls.
Yeah. Sounds like something that we always have to do anyway, right?
And pretty much
No matter what no matter what industry that's in. We have another question that came in. It says, which strain is best for anxiety and depression? Are you guys familiar? Well, I know you're familiar with the different strains, but is there something that may be recommended on your site for anxiety and depression?
Cool, recommend for anxiety and depression. The cake batter was help me.
You got the batter.
Well, we got the cake batter now. As far as like the indicas, I would say because it kind of like relaxes you more and stuff. So for anxiety,
That's the one that's the full body, right?
yeah, it's a full body, and each person though. That's why I say you have to. It's a trial and error for everybody, So.
Right.
On the dosage parts, that is on you. You gotta, know your body, know yourself. If you are, smoking a whole, whichever way you smoke, whether you smoking in a bong, pipe, and stuff. Know what amount is good for you, But definitely recommend like an indica base, and also like I said, know yourself, because I wouldn't want to suggest you go do something at 9 a.m. that's an indica, and then you go to work, and
Right.
stuff. Like do a whole food thing and you all out. No, I won't recommend that. So what I'm saying is know yourself first. Maybe you might have to have just a little bit, or if that's the case, maybe have like a small dosage of.
Get yourself some Conscious Minds Festival at the Lake if you need something for anxiety. This helps. This works. It's top-notch fire.
Sounds good. Do you have so while we're putting the logo and the product on the glass, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you. I know that we mentioned that they can follow you here on Instagram. What is your website, and what are the best ways to order or to get information?
Well, there's a couple different ways. You can either go to our .com, which would be consciousminds.com. So that's consciousmindz.com. If you needed to call us or contact us on email, that is consciousminds@yahoo.com. Or you can go to Weed Maps, look under Conscious Minds. You can go to GitHub, look under Conscious Minds. You can call the phone number 510-502-0533. We pull up and we do deliveries. This is one of our flyers. This is one of the products in which we carry, in which we distribute for Richie Rich Cake Batter. Right now we have cake batter and we have pre-rolls. We also have our own flower, Conscious Minds. This is called Pressure. We also have a festival at the lake. Right now, we all have a snow batter coming out by Richie Rich, which will be out next week. So those are a couple different ways to contact us.
Okay.
Sometimes you can see us in the streets. We are starting a clothing brand. We're starting so that the clothing will be coming soon, and doing pop-ups downtown Oakland.
Okay, so you're doing pop-ups. You're going to be doing pop-ups downtown, but you've already been doing them at Lake Merritt, right? On what day or days do you do that?
Well, actually, about that, we're going to start doing it with the pilot program from Oakland has a pilot program, so we're about to start being one of the vendors at that, hopefully. So we're going to try to do it the right way.
We're going to have all our clothing, garments, and stuff like that there, and accessories.
Okay.
Cannabis will not be for sale there.
Not be for sale.
Okay, so branding merch for that type of event.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So we have a question also here saying that you hear a lot of folks saying that they're scared of vapes. What are your thoughts on vaping?
Okay, my personal thought on vaping is that what people are scared about with the vaping is that the information that is out there. If you are purchasing a vape from a legal licensed cannabis retailer, because all legal licensed cannabis retailer get their products from a legal licensed distributor, legal licensed manufacturer, legal licensed cultivator, which means that everything that they have has to be tested, and everything that we have is tested. So as far as the vape, the ones we have is very is safe.
Okay.
If you purchase it off the streets, that's a little bit different. And
a little bit more of a gamble.
there's a difference between the cannabis versus the tobacco vape. People cross the lines with those. You know, those are two different things. Some of those,
Got it.
I don't want to say any manufacturer's name, but there are the ones, some that are advertised that you might see on TV, the ones that are like having issues uh,
Mm-hmm.
now are mainly the tobacco vapes.
Got it. So
Uh,
it seems like most of the fear is coming from lack of information and lack of education.
Lack of information, lack of education, and also mainly if you just like I said, if you just purchase it from the right source, uh,
Mm-hmm.
each store will have a stamp on it where it came from the cultivator, the manufacturer, or you know whoever, and the date with
Right.
expiration. Just like you go to any food product, you know we
Right.
are
Any consumer products, period. Absolutely.
so basically you know just like that. And yeah,
I also want to just do a sidebar. I'm really grateful to see you guys as a team. I know how difficult it is when you are getting your business rolling to find the right people to come alongside you and like really merge the vision and execute it. Because it's a lot of ideas, people. And then there's, you know, often different agendas and things like that. And people are afraid to come together sometimes in partnerships or in teams. So I just want to say thank you very much for showing up as a team, for executing and building your business as a team, and for continuing to be present and being a part of your industry and a part of the community as a team. I love it. Just FYI, because that's who I am.
definitely appreciate you for that.
Absolutely. So again, you guys, if you're just tapping in, these are the owners and operators of Conscious Mindz. That's CONSCIOUSMINDZ. You can follow them on Instagram, find them on everywhere online. Google them, pull up their website, consciousminds.com. Hit them up via email, consciousminds@yahoo.com. For any of your cannabis needs, deliveries all through the Bay Area. They said from San Jose all the way up, because I'm in the South Bay. And I just gave your information to one of my clients yesterday who does go to dispensaries. And I mentioned you because I do.
Thank
And he was like, oh, Black owned, I need that information. So I already sent it to him. He was like, good looking. So some of them are leery because they're like, well, they're in the East Bay. Do they come out here, or am I going to have to go out there, or what? So thank you for expanding to the South Bay. So it makes me more confident in referring as well.
So we've been
So
the whole Bay Area as for right now. You know, there's no parts of the Bay Area that we don't really get to. Like I was to say, like we could go to Sacramento also, and even to Stockton. Just you know, depending on the order. You know, but
right.
we'll get it to you. You know, and stuff. So because we're all about just basically trying to make sure that you know the growth and making sure that we reach our people. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I feel like this with any of our businesses. It's like, if we're going to spend the money anyway, why not spend it with us? If we're going to go out and partake in different things or be a part of any industry or anything, why not be present? And then also just letting others know that we are present in these industries. And that's the point of where they at. Oftentimes people don't know that we're present. They don't know that we do things and that we're there, and they don't know where to look for us. You mentioned another place, Marshaun, that you're able to find you. You said Weed Maps. I've never heard of it. What is that about?
Weed Maps is just a platform. We try to steer people away because we don't promote for Weed Maps, but that's just another way. If somebody was to be looking for Weed Maps, looking at Weed Maps, we are on Weed Maps. They would just look under Conscious Mindz, and from there, just give a call or place the order online, and we will deliver to you. Usually our delivery of 30 minutes or less, depending on the location. If you're a little further out, depending on traffic, it's up to about 40. One of the things that I wanted to mention, just for the people watching, is that we have just started doing brand building, right? So not only are we building our own, but we also help people try to get into the industry. So let's say you were an up and coming athlete, rapper, anybody who's just musician, wanted to see themselves or had a little bit of a following and wanted to see their own brand, we are able to get you going and get your product, if it is the right name and the right fit, we are possibly able to get it into some of the stores, local dispensaries. So if you guys wanted to possibly build brands, rapper brands, that sort of thing, tap in.
Rapper,
and we'll,
athletes.
Yeah.
I actually have someone in mind. She's not a rapper or athlete or anything like that, but she is a baker, and she's dope. She's a close friend of mine, and my sleep aids, she bakes them for me.
Okay.
So we were talking about seeing the direction that she could go with that. So I'm going to connect her with you as well. Please ignore that noise.
Are looking for those type of people, so they can give us a call as well, because we do have access to commercial kitchens and those sort of things.
Oh.
Anything from making topicals, tinctures, baked goods, and keeping it, all those sort of things. Also, concentrate.
Sauces, like barbecue sauce and things like that. Because we are a micro business, meaning that we have a manufacturing license, so we can manufacture. There's different level of manufacturing, but we can manufacture just by everything we just mentioned. And also we have a distribution license, so as far as with the branding to distribute, to put into the retailer, and we also are a delivery. So we can also deliver to you. So with that, and we looking for anybody.
You need a brand built, contact us.
Absolutely. That makes me so happy. Yeah, because my wheels are turning, and there are people, I mean, like I said, I do this Where They At Wednesday, and there's so many people that could even just use some guidance or some consultation that would be beneficial. So I already have a few people that I would like to connect you with. Again, everyone, go ahead and follow Conscious Minds on Instagram, and make sure that you bookmark their website, consciousminds.com. This is a one-stop shop for a whole lot of things. They are a wealth of knowledge. These brothers are right here in the Bay Area, and the internet makes the world a whole lot smaller, so you don't even have to be in the Bay to tap in. Tap in and get that good info.
So that is something what we're coming out with. Brand right there, part of our logo, which our normal logo is pretty much with the plant, but this one is the next step.
Got it. We have another question that just came through. Do they have sampling sessions of new products and strains?
We can't really. Okay, there's things to that. When people say sampling sessions, we can't really do that because we have to charge. Okay, it's nothing. As far as cannabis cannot be for free. You can't even promote it for free. But as far as if we are working on that, because a part of our business is we are going to, that's what when I was talking about manufacturing, we are trying to into the food market. So that we can able to have maybe a event where we can have some of our food where people will have to make some kind of payment to get in and have the.
So currently, right now, we do offer samples, but it's only to the vendors in dispensaries in which we put the products into.
And that makes sense.
We don't have
that. Absolutely makes sense. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. Understandable. So let's see. I had a bunch of other questions, and they're just flying all over the place. Like, I'm really, really excited about what you guys are doing here. Is there something what would you suggest to someone who maybe is not as familiar with, because usually when people go into a dispensary, they kind of know the idea of what they want. They are already using cannabis in some form for personal use. What would you suggest someone who doesn't really know what they're looking for? How would they shop your website? What would be the best direction for them?
Well, I would say they would start off with some of the lower doses, lower dose products, whether that's with our gummies, whether that's with through a vape. If you wanted a vape, it would be a lower dose vape. It would be half a gram rather than a full gram. We also have gummies that are CBD gummies, so we would possibly lead them in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some entry level products that would be pretty good for the entry level client, and we also have exotic, for the people that want that high potency. We have both of those. So
I also suggest like, a pre-roll for somebody who's just maybe starting off. Some of our, we have a couple of pre-rolls that are, like I was saying, about the low dosage or the low THC. Start off with that, and because as a pre-roll, if you feel like, hey, I'm good, you can put it out. So, it's not like you're not wasting anything. So, with that, you could gauge yourself. And feel like I need to move up, then you can move up. But at least you can start off, low. And we have our pre-rolls that starting off at $10. So, so you're not really gonna, be losing much. And the one that we do have is pretty good. So, but it is, like I said, it's a good place to start off at if you are definitely new. And also, if you're not with smoking, like I said, you could start off with the edibles and stuff, because we do those too.
I know.
Yes, you do.
I So here's another thing. We talked about some of the different purposes of the cannabis and the different things that you can do with it, the difference between THC and the difference between THC and
CBD.
CBD. There we go. Would a dispensary be a good place for someone who's looking for strictly medicinal purposes or like pain relief? Would that be a good place for them to go for that kind of product?
For pain relief because the dispensaries do, I'll say educate yourself first to know like what exactly is your the condition, what's best for it, as far as that, and then you could start shopping. People got to understand between the different variation of the sativas and the hybrids and the indicas. And just because something says hybrid doesn't mean that it's a sativa and indica mixed together. It could be two. Yes, hybrid is just something that's mixed. So you could have two different strains bridged together. It happens. But something. So you gotta know which one is actually beneficial for you. And to able to really say that it is will go into, I would suggest seeing a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Ask them about the alternative medicine, and we'll kind of refer you to a holistic. We are not doctors. We are not. I cannot suggest that. By law, I'm not going to suggest this is better.
That makes sense. The reason I ask the question is because oftentimes people throw around a lot of words, throw around terminology, and then they, like we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of lack of education and information, so they'll just say things. So I figured if we were going to ask some of the things that come up in conversations, why not ask people who are licensed and who are in the business, and if you're saying right here as a person who's a professional in the business, has taken the time to get yourself in this industry, you're well-rounded enough to say, hey, do what you want, but these are the steps that I would take. Talk to your medical professional, talk to this and that and the other. Don't just run in and buy something because someone else said to do something. So I appreciate that. I do the same thing in my industry. Everything's not cookie cutter, and there are some things that I'm not authorized to even tell you. I'm not your doctor. So I get it, and I appreciate it, and I respect that as a professional.
Yeah.
Is there anything, what is the most common request that you all get?
As
far as products or goods and services.
Flour.
Flour.
Flour, and vapes, and then edibles.
Really? Well, maybe because I'm thinking of my own life, I would totally do edibles and then nothing else. So really, that would be the most requested.
It's changing though. I said the edibles are up because there are different variations of edibles that is out there and it's more comfortable for some people, especially like workplace. You know, some people out there, your next cubicle, oh, they getting down with their popcorn or their mints or something that you don't know about. You know, that's it just look like it's just regular candy, but that industry is coming up. But for us right now, it's definitely the top is flour. And really, beat that.
And as far as I'm really interested in the branding assistance and the other things that you all were talking about. Do you have like a registration form or something for consultation? Is like that piece of your business developed yet, or is that a coming soon kind of thing?
That's coming soon. Actually, so we are gonna have links on our website that is going to that, and it's going to be on our lifestyle page. We're developing that so that's where it's going to be, where you get all the the latest info on the cannabis, latest info on what's going on with the government as far as goes in your community, and also with our with this program that we are starting ourselves, allowing so we could have people that need branding or any type of system that you need. Link there for you to fill out all kind of forms and ask questions and register and also be.
Yeah, you hear that, people? All the more reason to follow and stay tapped in. Conscious Minds on Instagram, and that's with the Z at the end. Check their website out. That's consciousminds.com. This is Yemi and Marshaun, Oakland's very own, out here doing some fantastic things in their community and in the industry that you guys seem to have a lot of interest in and a lot of questions about. So all the more reason to stay tapped in. This is going to be saved, and I will send you the link and the instructions on how you can download it and put it on your website or on your YouTube or whatever platform if you wanted to use this, because you guys have shared a lot of information about your business that just looking at your Instagram or looking at your website, people would not know, but I think it's fantastic for them to know. And now everybody will know where you at, and I appreciate you stepping in and talking with me and sharing all this stuff. Is there anything else you want the people to know before we close up and I eat my salad?
Just wanted the people to know that we also do private parties. So if you guys ever need, we do private parties. We have a canopy. We pull up professional. We have all the equipment in order to make your party pop. So as long as you bring the music, we'll bring the tree and the edibles.
Hey.
Also, we'll be having, if you wanted the holidays are coming, right? So we'll be having holiday packs.
Yep.
Number one. And then number two, if you wanted infused food, like if you wanted an infused Thanksgiving meal,
infused fried turkey.
If you wanted something like that,
hit
us up. If you wanted it, we can do it for you. Or if you didn't want us to do it, you wanted to do it, you can buy the supplies from us and you can do it on your own. ConsciousMinds.com.
Minds.com. So
you hear that? www.consciousminds.com. That's conscious and minds with a Z.com. You can't mess that up if you can spell third grade level.
510-03, once again, 510-502-0533.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So looking for those sample sessions, just book for the party.
That sounds wonderful.
Stay with the fire, too.
No, we stay with it.
Oh, yeah. Just for people who don't know, we do keep it safe around here. Everything is definitely COVID-19 safe with Conscious Mind. We always
gotta wrap it up.
Oh.
We stay with the top-notch flour, right? Just some of the brands that we like to keep online are the our flour, the Conscious Minds. We like to keep cookies online. We like to keep runts online. We like to keep this Richie Rich cake batter online, and we also like to keep connected. So if you want to smoke, if you want top-notch smoke, hit us up.
Yeah.
Y'all hear it. You heard it here first. We have our very own Black-owned dispensary, delivery service, branding service, edibles, flowers, vapes, the whole thing, and a whole lot of fantastic information and merch coming. So stay tapped in. Conscious Minds on Instagram and consciousminds.com. Thank you again, gentlemen, for sharing this time with me, allowing me to share you all with them and continuing to share with the community. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you a lot.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Have a lovely day. All right.
Bye, Instagram.